Chanda. 9, to instruct a faithless person about the glories of the holy name. 10, to not have the complete faith in the chanting of the holy name and to maintain material attachments even after understanding so many instructions on this matter. It is also an offensive to be inattentive while chanting. Every devotee who claims to be a Vaishnava must guard against these offenses in order to achieve the desired success of Krishna Prema. Once again, I thank everyone for joining the Bhakti Sangha conference call today. Let us move to our next session, which is Srimad Bhagavatam class. May I know who all have joined the call this morning?
Hare Krishna Padma Mataji, Dandvat Pranam, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Guru Maharaj ki jai, Pritidasi Prabhupada. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Pritidasi Mataji. Dandvat Pranam, all glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you very much for joining the call, Mataji. Am I audible now, Mataji, properly?
Yes, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Padma Mataji. This is Kaumadi Dasi. Prabhupada, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada, all glories to Guru Maharaj and all the devotees. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Kaumadi Mataji. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada and Guru Maharaj. Thank you for joining the call, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Padma Mataji, Dandavat Pranam, all glories to Srila Prabhupada. This is Vinita Gandharvika Devidasi from College Station, Texas. Wishing everyone happy Kartik Mataji, Hari Bol.
Hare Krishna, Vinita Gandharvika Mataji. Wish you happy Kartik too. Thank you very much, Mataji, for reminding. I forgot. Hare Dandavat Pranam, all glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you very much for joining the call, Mataji. Hare Krishna. Is it today, Mataji, or tomorrow, Mataji? Today.
Happy Kartik.
Happy Kartik
Mataji, thank you for all.
Thank you to all.
Damodaran is beginning.
Yeah. Hari Bol. Hare Krishna Mata.
Happy Damodar month to everyone. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Kamadika Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandavat Pranam, all glories to Srila Prabhupada and the assembled devotees. This is Revati from Atlanta, Mataji.
Hare Krishna Revati Mataji, Dandavat Pranam, all glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you very much for joining the call, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Padma Mataji, all glories to Srila Prabhupada and Guru Maharajis. My humble obeisances to you and all the devotees. This is Krishna Kumari Devidasi from Raleigh. Happy Krishna, everyone.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Kumari Mataji. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you very much for joining the call, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Padma Mataji, Dandavat Pranam. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. This is Varna from Atlanta. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Varna Mataji, Dandavat Pranam. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you very much for joining the call, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandavat Pranam. This is Arvindax Das from Vrindavan. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Arvindax Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam. All glories to Srila Prabhupada, and thank you very much for joining the call, Prabhuji. Very nice to be in Vrindavan during the Kartik month, Prabhuji. Hari Bol. Happy Kartik.
Happy Kartik. Thank you, Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada and Guru Maharaj. This is Harita from Missouri City, Texas. Hare Krishna, all glories to all the devotees on the call and wish you all a happy Kartik month. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Hare Mataji, Dandavat Pranam, all glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you very much for joining the call, Mataji. Hare Krishna. Hare Bol. Is there anybody who would like to introduce themselves?
Hare Krishna Padma Mataji, Dandavat Pranam, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Guru Maharaj ki jai. This is Valli from Naperville, Chicago. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Valli Mataji, Dandavat Pranam, all glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you very much for joining the call, Mataji. Hare Krishna. I would like to give the call to Suresh Prabhuji. Today we are fortunate to have His Grace Samik Rishi Prabhu for enlightening us on the topic of Srimad Bhagavatam, 7th canto, 1st chapter, and verses 44 to 46. Before giving the call to Prabhuji, I will give to Suresh Shyam Prabhuji for giving a brief introduction about Prabhuji. Hare Prabhu, you are not audible, Prabhu. Maybe you are in mute.
All glories to Srila Prabhupada and Guru Maharaj. Here is a brief introduction about Prabhuji. His Grace Samik Rishi Prabhuji is a disciple of Srila Prabhupada. Being a doctor by profession, he has done immense services to the devotee community and served the society by donating for lots of projects. For example, he has donated the deities in the Philadelphia temple, and he had made 3,000 temple units that serve as an altar in the villages. Prabhuji also served as a temple president of New Jersey for 15 years. Recently, Prabhuji has helped in building Radha Gopinath Mandir in Karghan, Madhya Pradesh, and a community for devotees to live around it. Prabhuji is known for his simplicity and humility. Prabhuji is now an initiating guru in ISKCON. Hare Krishna Mataji, Dhanavad Pranam. Back to you, Mataji.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna Samik Rishi Prabhu. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. We are so fortunate to have you this morning, Prabhu, for giving us the topic of Srimad Bhagavatam, 7th chapter, first canto, 7th canto, first chapter, and 44 to 46 verses, Prabhu. Please take over the call whenever you are ready, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Om Agyantimirandhasya Jnananjana-shalakaya Chakshuram Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Shrimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pashyatya Dishtarine Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yudapada Kamalam Shri Gurun Vishnavamcha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sativam Sadvaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Savana Lalita Shri Vishakhanvitam Cha He Krishna Karuna Sindho Dinabandho Jagatpate Gopesh Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanusute Devi Pranamami Haripriye Namo Mahamadannaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namne Gaur Tushe Nama Vacha-kalpatarubhyasya kripa-sindhubhya-eva cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namah. Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskrityam Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tatum Jayamudiraye Nashtaprayeshu Abhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Uttama Shloker Bhaktir Bhavati Naistiki Granthara Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Gaura Bhakti ki jai. So we are reading from Srimad Bhagavatam. The Supreme Lord is equal to everyone. Text number 44, which is on the board there. Tatasto Rakshasho Jato Keshinyam Vishravashruto Ravana Kumbhakarnasya Sarvaloko Patapano. There is no purport. The next one, the translation of text translation. Thereafter, the same Jay and Vijay, the two doorkeepers of Lord Vishnu, to birth is Ravan and Kumbhakarna, begotten by Vishrava in the womb of Keshini. They were extremely troublesome to all the people of the universe. Text number 45. Tatrapi Raghavo Bhutva Nyahancha Muktaye Ramaviryam Shoshashi Tvam Markandeya Mukhat Prabhu. Narad Muni continued, my dear king, just to relieve Jay and Vijay of the Brahmana's curse, Lord Ramchandra appeared in order to kill Ravan and Kumbhakarna. It will be better for you to hear narration about Lord Ramchandra's activities from Markandeya. Text number 46. Travatra Kshatriyo Jato Matrashvastra Majo Tava Adhuna Shapar Nirmukto Krishna Chakra Hatan Haso. In their third birth, the same Jay and Vijay appeared in a family of Kshatriyas, is your cousins, the sons of your aunt, because Lord Krishna has struck them with his disc. All their sinful reactions have been destroyed, and now they are free from the curse. Purported by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami, Srila Prabhupada. In their last birth, Jay and Vijay did not become demons or Rakshasas. Instead, they took birth in a very exalted Kshatriya family related to Krishna's family. They became first cousins of Lord Krishna and were practically on an equal footing with him. By personally killing them with his own disc, Lord Krishna destroyed whatever sinful reactions were left in them because of the curse of the Brahmanas. Brahmanas means the four Kumaras who cursed them. Narad Muni explained to Maharaj Yudhishthir that by entering Krishna's body, Shishupal re-entered Vaikuntha Loka as the Lord's associate. Everyone had seen this incident. As they took their own position again, his Lord's associate as doorkeepers, Jay and Vijay, were the keepers of the seventh door. So, in a short, this incident that was Lord's desire that these four Kumaras should come who were initially impersonalists. So they should come and the doorkeeper should stop them. There are even more history also behind that Lakshmi also had some, Lakshmi Devi should also have something to do with that part, their history. But so Jay and Vijay, these four Kumaras who are 5-year-old, naked, they are coming. Nobody checked them up to the fifth door. But when they came to the seventh door, this Jay and Vijay at the Vaikuntha gate, they stopped them, they put their sticks that you cannot enter in. And so just by seeing this, now the Kumaras cannot get angry like this, like an ordinary person, or why they were stopped. So it is all arrangement of Supreme Lord because he wants to have chivalrous activity, fighting with whom? Nobody is equal to him, nobody is greater than him. So he wants his associates to play that role as an opponent, so he could fight and fulfill his desire. So now the Kumaras, they curse them that you are not eligible to be a gatekeeper. You have stopped us, so you are acting like a demon. So please fall down to the material world and become demon. And so meanwhile, Lord Narayan, he also comes out and he sees this curse and commotion, what is happening, and he accepts that that these are my people and you have cursed them. I accept them as if it is cursed. So they will take this. So there are choice also that you could take either 3 births as demons or 7 births as a devotee. They wanted to come back soon rather than 7 births, which is quite a bit time. So they took it, and because that was Krishna's desire, unless they become opponents, as how Krishna can fight. Because Krishna has chivalrous activity. He wants to fight. Everything what you see in the material world, here like there is sometimes mock fighting, just a playful fighting, and he also wants to do that. Saying he says that he would not fight when in Kurukshetra war, that Krishna would not fight. But when Bhishma Pitama, he also wanted to fulfill the desire because Krishna, he wanted to see as an opponent Bhishma Pitama, that he's coming and he's bleeding, he has sweat on his face and he's in a great rage and he's running towards him, and he wanted to see that form because he was also chivalrous activity that Bhishma Pitama, he was the greatest warrior in that Kurukshetra war. He could have killed many, even Arjuns also. But because Krishna was with him, Bhishma Pitama could not do that. Neither it was his desire to kill. So this whole thing was orchestrated by Krishna's will. And his will is the supreme. Whatever he desires, it must happen. He desires us to surrender to him, then we must surrender to him. And he's although equal to everybody. So the topic is that the Lord, Supreme Lord, is equal to everyone. And we will discuss about that main point. These 3 births that initially that they stopped them, they were cursed. They came as Hiranyaksha and Hiranyakashipu. Where Hiranyakashipu was killed by Lord Nrsimhadev, and Hiranyakashipu was killed by this boar incarnation of the Lord. So he comes, that boar incarnation appeared from the nostril of Lord Brahma, but immediately he dove down to the Patal Lok, where this Earth planet. Now, Earth planet went there because of the imbalance, and many demonic forces were there. It's not that it was stolen by Hiranyaksha, he put it down, but it was just happened because it went out of the orbit and it went down to the Rasatal. And Rasatal means where Mahavishnu, not Mahavishnu, Garbhodaksha Vishnu. He's in the half portion of the universe, and in the lower place, he sweats, and by sweating, he fills up all this water. And then he lies down on the Sheshna. This is Garbhodaksha Vishnu. From his lotus navel, Brahmaji, that lotus flower is there, and Brahmaji appears there, just like Padmanabh Swami lying down. And then you see the Brahmaji is on the top. So it is same Garbhodaksha Vishnu. Adikesha Mandir also has that scene practically, just like, and he is Adikesha. We were there recently at Adikesha temple, and Ananta Padmanabh Swami were there in South India with Bhakti Rasamar Maharaj. We had a tour with almost 1,000 people, and how people have so much dedication and want to see, and if they come in trance, even if they have to pay for a quick darshan, 1,000 rupees, but people are happy to pay. Thousands of people are in the line. Otherwise, it takes like in Tirupati Balaji, quite long time it takes. So people, they go there, and that is the scene of the Garbhodaksha Vishnu. Yes. So now, so there's 2 demons were killed, and then later on again they were killed by the Lord, but again immediately they took another birth, because there were 3 births has to be fulfilled. So they did not go to the Vaikuntha, so they came as Asura to fight. The second, like that was Ravan and Kumbhakarna, both were killed by Lord Ramchandra. And third one, now they are not the demons. They come as, that is what is this, that they came as the like their cousins, his own relative. And that was the last their birth. And so they were killed by Lord Krishna, you may say. Lord Krishna killed them with his Sudarshan Chakra, because Krishna has given promise to his Mausi or aunt that we will not kill until, because he had initially another extra eye and some another limbs, and he was so he was told that if anybody comes and this extra limb or they disappear, limb or the eye and they disappear, then he will be the one killer of this particular this boy. And so Krishna came to see his aunt's son, and when he saw them, he put the child came in the lap of the Lord Krishna, then immediately they disappeared. So she requested, and my dear son Krishna, you are my sister's son, and don't kill him. Please forgive him if he does any mistake. She told at that time that even 100 times, that for each time one should be killed, but he will forgive him up to that extent. But later on, if he continues, then he will be killed. So in this way, at the Rashtra Yagya, when he was given the position that he should be worshipped first, that was the so others like this. So how he protested that how this his cousin brother protested that why he should be, he's a Gwala and he has done such and such mistakes, and he should not be given that position. But nonetheless, after telling him many times, more than 100 times, so Krishna forgot him. Then he invited the Sudarshan Chakra to kill Shishupal and Dantava. So Shishupal is the one who was cursing so many times in a rage, and then they forget that it was 100 curses, and they don't count. Just goes on in an anger mood or envious. He became envious of Krishna. But at least he was remembering Krishna every time. What is Krishna? Although he was telling something, but by Saraswati's arrangement, everything was a glorification of the Lord. It was not a curse, but it was a glorification. If you tell in another way, or if you explain in the same word, there is a different meaning. He was glorifying, just like Kans was very much fearful of Krishna, and all, but in fear he was remembering Krishna. Although he was fearful, but always he was remembering, oh, if I drink water, oh, there is Krishna. Eating, there may be Krishna. He may kill me. So by any way, if you remember Krishna, out of envy, out of anger, out of fear, or out of relationship, somehow demonic propensity, there may be anything. But if you remember Krishna, then Krishna sees that yes, he is remembering me somehow. Just like the seed is sown in the earth with upside down, flat, in any way, it grows. If there is a proper water and soil is there, it grows. So same thing, if you chant the holy name of the Lord, it has its own effect. Just like we hear Brahma Ajamil's account. Now, how Lord is equal? Some question was asked by Parikshit Maharaj that he was demon and Krishna has, and then how did he enter into the body of Krishna as an effulgence, and then once he was liberated, how it is possible? Uh, Krishna is equal to everybody, so he's killing. So there were two questions: he's killing on one side to the demon, and he's protecting on the other side. So Krishna is saying he's killing because he's destroying all the remaining sinful activity, whatever is there. Just like a father submits, or mother submits the child for operation, although the child may think that mother is very cruel, but it is not that mother is cruel. She wants to relieve him of whatever problem is there, to remove from the root, rather than putting a malam on the top or some ointment on the top and treating him. That would not work. So in the same way, Krishna, whatever, when you come in front of Krishna and towards Krishna, although everybody is his children, but he has a special, especially looking for his devotee. Like in this verse, 9th chapter, Samoham Sarvabhuteshu, Krishna is saying in 9:29 that I'm equal to everybody, but one who is in me, and I'm Samoham Sarvabhuteshu Name Dvashyosti na priya ye bhajanti tumam bhaktya maite teshu chapya. I envy no one, nor am I partial to anyone. I'm equal to all. But whoever renders a service unto me in devotion is a friend, is in me, and I am also a friend to him. So friend to him, Krishna is staying in the heart of the devotee, and devotee are staying in Krishna is staying there in the heart of the devotee, and devotees are staying in the heart of Krishna. So it is so reciprocal. So reciprocal relation is there, but it is not a partiality. If we have certain emotions, certain things, like we protect our own children, although everybody is king is ruling, everybody is his citizens, are all his children, like he's like the father, but he takes special care of his children, and there is nothing that wrong is there in that. Just like a cloud, he's equal to everybody, and then he rains whether there is a need for water or not. He is equally distributing water in the ocean, in the mountains, in the or wherever it may need or it may not be needed. He showers mercy equally. So Krishna is equal in the sense that he relieves, because if you approach to, one has to approach to Krishna. So one may say, if you are a devotee and Krishna is helping you, yes, that is natural. That is a human being. So Krishna is the supreme being. All our qualities, they come from Krishna. Everything, whatever is there. So he relieved them, but voluntarily these two same people, Jay and Vijay, they came as Jaga and Madhai. And how at that time, Jaga and Madhai, when they came, now although they were attacking Lord Nityananda, the Madhai put a pot or a brick, and he hit him, and then blood was coming, and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu could not see that. And then he wanted to invite again the Sudarshan Chakra, just like for Shishupal. He invited the Sudarshan Chakra. And what Nityananda Prabhu, out of his compassion, that practically everybody is a demon in the material world. The Ravan and Ram are on same person, same heart, same person. How many you will be killing? You came to just elevate them, give them prem, Krishna prem. Namo Mahavadanaya Krishna prem pradayate. Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namne Gauratuchena. So you become, please forgive their sins. And so when Nityananda Prabhu forgive, then Lord Chaitanya also forgive them and will become such a staunch devotees of the Lord. They were Saint Jay and Vijay in their previous birth. So in this way, that Krishna is equal to everyone, and no one is his special friend. Then why does he take special interest in the devotees who are always engaged in his transcendental service? But this is not discrimination; it is natural. Any man in a material world may be very charitably disposed, yet he has a special interest in his own children. So devotees are his own children. Devotees stay in the heart of Krishna. Krishna stays in their heart. So that's what we have to really understand the Krishna's nature also. That Krishna, but in every, like Putna, he killed Putna, but she sees that she gave him the milk. And who could be more? And she became the nurse, or she became a mother for Krishna. Same thing like Lord Ramchandra's time. He, Shurpankha was, nose was cut by Lakshman. And but later on that Shurpankha, she had a desire, so she became Kubja in the Krishna's time, and she hunchbacked, and because she wanted to marry replace Sita and marry Lord Ramchandra. But Ramchandra was Ekpatni Vrata. He had taken the vow. So in Krishna's pastime, that he gave them the chance. So Krishna gives the chance to everybody, but it is up to you whether to take that whatever he is giving, or it is according to how we behave. So karmic reaction also come, but Krishna forgives all karmic reaction. Whoever comes in front of Krishna, then they get the benefit of liberation. They go, or at least whoever seen him in the war, then they in the war time, who sees him, who touches him, who comes in the temple and remembers him. It is said that if you remember chanting the holy name even once, Hare Krishna, then he, if it is done by the heart, not just superficially, just like in the movie, then Krishna immediately gives them all the sins that they have done in the many lifetimes. That is all gone. You cannot do more sins than what Krishna can release them. So that is a special prerogative that for his devotees, that who chants, comes to him, and he reduces their problems what they have. So even a durachari, like a verse, apichetsu durachari, duracharo, bhajate mam ananyama, sadhu reva samantavya, samaya vyavastito itself. That even if one commits the most abominable activity, if he is engaged in devotional service, whatever little bit, he is to be considered saintly because he is properly situated in his determination that yes, I will continue. But one should not engage again in sinful activity. Krishna forgives that. So he becomes Shipram Bhavati Dharmatma Shashwat Shantin Digachati Kaunteya Pratijanihi Name Bhakta Panashati. And once you become a devotee, you never fall down. One may say that if initially one is a nice devotee, then he falls down. But Krishna brings him back to his position. Whatever you have done is never lost. So that is the mercy of Krishna. That is equality of Krishna. And even if it's Sudurachara, means Durachar all around, very, very sinful. But he is also, if he's just taking Krishna, taking shelter, then he gives them the liberation. So then he comes to Krishna, and if once somebody is a pure devotee of the Lord Krishna, see, there are differentiation in Krishna's mercy. We are all children of Krishna, directly part and parcel of Krishna. Mamaivansho Jivaloke, Jiva Bhuta Sanatana. So we are all children of Krishna. And Krishna has an open heart that anybody can come, he will support. But somebody may worship it. Narayan is his expansion. Lord Ram is his expansion. So you go there also, but there is a different desire. But Krishna Prem, that is given by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who is directly Krishna, that is not there in Vaikuntha Loka or any another Loka, or demigod worship is anyway in Bhagavad Gita, it is condemned because people are so many material desires. So they will remain, they will be finished at the life, at the end of the life. Whatever material desires you get, benefit from demigods. So demigod worship is not really so much desirable, or one should not engage in a demigod worship. You could worship to demigod that please give me Krishna Bhakti. Then that is different. But if you go for material desires, Kamastasthar Harta Jnana Prapadyanti Anya Devta. That people they go to Anya Devta because of these so many kamnas, so many desires. So one may ask that should we not have desires? Yes, you can have all the desires, that is fine. But desire should be towards Krishna, that how I can serve Krishna. Hare Krishna mantra is that please Srimati Radharani, please engage me in the devotional service of Lord Krishna, the all attractive one, or devotional service of, again, Rama is the one where he is enjoying with Srimati Radharani. So let me engage in his devotional service. So there is some article that I will be Mannetvam Kalam. Even Kunti Devi is also praying in that way, although Krishna is everyone's ultimate parent. He wants the ultimate good for all his children, irrespective of whether people behave virtuously or viciously. He responsibly stays with them as their indwelling guide, waiting for them to become receptive to him. So this is text number 15 from Bhagavad Gita. See, he's the only one is a super soul. He expands his super soul. So super soul, he goes to everywhere. Our parents, our children, wife, anybody, they may go, they remember for maybe 3 months, 6 months, but ultimately Krishna goes as a super soul. In even the hellish planet, all the time is there. In a tree, there are 2 birds are sitting. If he's not equal, why he would be sitting there? He's waiting there that when he will be, the Jiva soul would be looking at him and take guidance from him. So if you take a guidance from Krishna, naturally he will guide us that how to come to him. But we are interested in the bitter and sweet fruits of the material world, material tree. So we are trying and then rotating until you come to a point that now I'm tired of this rotation. Janma Marti Jara Vyadi. I'm tired of this. Let me Adi Devik, Adi Bhautik, Adhyatmik, this material problem. So let me take the shelter of Krishna. At that time, Krishna will step forward to you. If he's not equal, why he will go to hellish planets with us? Why will arrange for us feeding? Even somebody, so he feeds, arranges for food, for air, for heat, for shelter, everything that it is him who is giving us. According to our sinful activity, we must be punished. So that is the karmic. But for Krishna himself personally, so Krishna has an overarching cosmic purpose to help everyone rise to the spiritual consciousness. That is that all the last children, Krishna created so many children. And why did he create? To have reciprocation of love between each other. We love Krishna and Krishna loves us. That is necessary, and Krishna is waiting for this love. Eko Vaibhav Sham. That one same person, he becomes so many divided by his energies. We are his marginal energy, and as a marginal energy, Ansha is to serve the Anshi, whose part we are. That is natural, where they can relish the life and love eternal. When some souls step forward to assist in his benevolent purpose, he affectionately reciprocates by empowering them. Arjuna was such a soul. He is like a responsible son, helping his father in preserving the family inheritance for everyone's sake. In contrast to devoted soul like Arjuna, when some souls try to obstruct and subvert Krishna's purpose, he appropriately reciprocates by disempowering them. Duryodhana is such a soul. He is like an irresponsible son bent on squandering the family inheritance for his selfish desire. Arjuna did not really wanted it. He did not wanted a kingdom. Or, his Krishna's desire that Yudhishthira Maharaj should be ruling, should be the samrat of the whole world. But this Duryodhana was trying to obstruct, wanted to have his own for his own enjoyment. So by this understanding Krishna's responsible and reciprocal equality, we can see the battlefield contours in a fresh light. Krishna has not taken Arjuna's side. Rather, Arjuna has taken Krishna's side. Krishna wanted to protect. So it's not that Krishna took the side of the Arjuna, but Arjuna took that side. So if we take the side of Krishna, naturally he will protect us. If we go towards him, He will protect us. Moreover, Krishna is still on Duryodhana's side also. Why? Why is on Duryodhana's side? Like if you see from the long-term perspective, this empowering Duryodhana is necessary to jolt him out of his selfishness and gradually awaken him to spiritual awareness. Unless he is jolted, he would not take a life. We are given some problems in life. Why we are given problems in life? That we remember that this is not the blessed place, this mortal world, to enjoy here. It's because those enjoyment is very, very temporary, very flickering, and it will go away. Everybody is looking for some sense enjoyment. They do some work and they want the sense enjoyment. But how long it will last? Maybe 50 years, 60 years, 80 years. Then again you are back again in the same. Even if you go to a higher planetary system by your karma, like Swargalok, Janlok, Taplok, but you Shene Punne Mratyalokam Vishanti, you will fall down again to this material world. So what is the point? You work so hard to go there, and then again you come there. Then again you have to start again where all over again. But Krishna Bhakti is such a empowering, such an important part that if you take Bhakti, then you are eternally there. Natasya Bhasate Suryo Sakam Pava Yad Gatwana Nivartante Tadhama Parmam. Once you go there, you don't come there. So people, sometimes there is a burning question that people they ask, if we are already there, how do we fall down? It's for serving Krishna, one can come just like Jay and Vijay. Or we are born in a Tatastha Shakti. Tatastha Shakti means on the shore, but we have propensity to go back to our own home, and that like child is born, a cow's calf. Then he goes like a child is born. He goes to the mother. That's natural. But it's not that mother is with him right away, but he goes to the mother. He selects. Cow's child would select who is the mother. He will immediately know. A human being child may not know, but some animals have a special propensity. They will recognize their mother. Child will also, a one-day-old child may not know that, but it happens. So Duryodhana was also helped by Krishna. He is equal to him also. That is demonic, so let his demonic propensity get finished. And then he will go again, he will worship Krishna and go back home. So he will understand our spiritual awareness. Just like a mother brings the child to the doctor, or cutting his abdomen, removing his problem. So Krishna is removing our problem. In that way, he is equal to somebody who is pure, and he brings him, but somebody does not has some disease. We have this material disease. Materialism is a disease, and so we are suffering in the material world. So Krishna's equality towards everyone does not mean passive neutrality. He does not care. He's neutral. So no, it means active responsibility for everyone and active reciprocity with everyone. If we have desire to make him friend, he becomes the best friend. If you have desire to make him your lover, he is the best lover. If you want to make him a parent, if you want to see him as a child, he becomes the best child. So why not that we should relate to the Krishna rather than they relate to material things? Yes, you could put like, yes, this my son is given to me by Krishna. He's Krishna's representative, or some way Krishna has given me to take care, and I become the best mother and have it. So that would be more better. I earn for Krishna. But if you do it everything for our own senses, then we will be trapped into the material world. Krishna has created this whole thing in such a way that ultimately, whether one lifetime or we may suffer for millions of lifetimes, but ultimately one soul will go because he will realize that Janma Mrityu Jara Vyadhi Dukkha Doshano Darshana, that there is a suffering in this. So it means active responsibility for everyone and active reciprocity with everyone to keep them all on the path to spiritual consciousness. They all want to become. So Krishna just said in the Samaham Sarvata, I envy no one, nor am I partial to anyone. I'm equal to all. But whoever renders service unto me in devotion is a friend, is in me, and I'm also a friend to him. And this is Prabhupada that we described about that. But also, Kunti Devi is praying, Srimad Bhagavatam, my Lord, I consider your Lordship to be eternal time, the supreme controller, without beginning and end, the all-pervasive one. In distributing your mercy, you are equal to everyone. The dissension between the living being are due to the social intercourse. So Srila Prabhupada in Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says exactly the same. This is explained by Kunti, a devotee The same thing is spoken by the Lord himself, this Samoham Sarvabhuteshu. So God cannot be partial. That is not possible. Everyone is God's son. So how God can be partial to one son and better than the other son? That is not possible. That is our mistake. We trust in God, but we make discrimination. If you trust in God, then you must be equally kind and merciful to all living beings. So we are in trust with God, but then do you trust anybody else? You take care of the you keep a spade, dogs, but what about the cow and other animals that Krishna comes to show you? He becomes like a Gopal, and Namo Brahmana Devaya, Go Brahmana Itaichi. Cow and Brahmana, equally that he gives them more shelter, more seas, because they serve so nicely to the humanity. So you must equally be kind and merciful to all the living entity. That is God consciousness. So what is there? How this Jivedaya? What is that Jivedaya? Bring them at the lotus feet of Krishna. There is three important things: Name Ruchi, Jivedaya, and Vaishnava Seva. And so how that Jivedaya? Not by giving them roti, kapda, makan, or not by that. It won't solve their problem. Again they will need. Again they will take birth. So that's why in this. It is one should not become a father, mother, guru, or unless you could relieve them from their suffering in the material world, unless you could relieve them that they are raised to the spiritual platform. Otherwise, they are suffering, we bring them, and then they suffer immensely in the material world. They get addicted to wine, woman, drugs, many different things. So it is the duty of the parents, if you want to produce a child, then have them at least Krishna consciousness. Give them in the very beginning. Prahlad Maharaj said that from very beginning of life, you take care of you become Krishna conscious. Dvesha means enemy. We are all enemies of our enemy, and we are friendly to our friends. So Krishna is absolute. Even he appears to be inimical to some demons, like actually his friend when a demon is killed. That means his demonic activity are killed, just like he killed Shishupal. He becomes a Duryodhan. He becomes a saint immediately. Shipram Bhavati Dharmatma. Otherwise, how he is promoted immediately to the Brahmajyoti. All these demons who were killed by Krishna, they immediately merge into the Brahmajyoti, Nirvishesha, Shunyavadi. The only difference is of course the Brahmajyoti, the Paramatma and Bhagwan. They are one. Vadanti Tattasvidas Jnanam Advayam Brahmeti Paramatmeti Bhagwaniti Shabdati. So they come to Brahmajyoti. At least that is Krishna's one partial, like one part. Brahmajyoti is Krishna's bodily effulgence. So they go there. Now if they raise, or then again they think that there is something higher, then they go to Paramatma and then Bhagwan level also. That is one truth. Jnana Advayam, there is absolute truth in different features. Brahmeti, Paramatmeti, Bhagwaneti Shabdati. Originally, Bhagwan, his plenary representation is Paramatma, who is situated in everyone's heart. And so not only in the heart, but he is in the atoms and in between the atoms. Ishvara Sarvbhutanam Hradesha Arjuna Tistati, Bharamiyan Sarvbhutani Yantra Gunani Maya. The plenary portion of Shirodakshai Vishnu, he is in everyone's heart. That is Paramatma. And Brahman, Paramatma and Bhagwan. Brahman, Paramatma and Bhagwan. The ultimate issue is Bhagwan. Ye yatha mam prapadyante tas tateva bhajamyam. Mama vartmano vartante punapart sarvasa. So he is equal to everyone. It is up to the devotee or person who are trying to understand the supreme absolute truth. According to their capacity of understanding the absolute truth, God is revealed either as impersonal Brahman or localized Paramatma. It is up to us whom we want to reveal. So that is just like we see sometimes the hills from our room. So there are just hills. There's like in Los Angeles or here, or this in India they have Himalaya, or they have this another mountain. But you could see they look like a haze. But when you go closer, you see that there are so much greenery. When you go more closer, there are houses, people, streams, so many things are. So we are looking Krishna from a distant place. Then naturally you cannot understand him fully. but you have to move to nearby. I mean, serve Krishna as your friend in any one of the relation, and he's agree to that. So meditation is meant for the less intelligent class of men. Meditation means you have to control the senses. Yoga practice means yoga indriya samayam. Our senses are very restless. By yoga practice, practicing different asanas, so mind is controlled, the senses are controlled. Then we can concentrate upon the form of the Vishnu with the yoga system. So main thing is really, but serving Krishna, seeing him, you could see the Diti form, that is the highest. That's why Chaitanya Mahaprabhu given this 64 item, but the top one is, there are 5 items, Diti Seva. That is practical, that you can serve, that Krishna comes in his energy also, and he come personally to take service from you. Chanting, reading Srimad Bhagavatam, Vaishnava Seva, Jivedaya, and living in an atmosphere where it is conductive, like in a dham, but you could make your own temple as a dham, your own home as a dham also, if it is spiritual practices are done in the home also. You are engaged in worshipping the deity, in cleansing the room, in decorating the deity, in making podista for deity, everything is nicely. So your senses are already engaged. So there is no, you won't fall down. Your mind would not be diverted. The senses are already controlled because my senses. So means Rashikesha, Rishikena, Sevanam, Bhaktir, Uchyate, or Bhaktir Uttama. Rashikesha means the master of the senses. We have senses, Krishna has senses, but we have to serve the senses of the Krishna by our own senses that has been given. Like we have given by the 10 senses are there, Karmendriya and Gyanendriya, and we should serve Krishna. And that is bhakti. Bhakti means simply to engage the senses in the service of the master of the senses. Rashikesha means the master of the senses, and Rashik means senses. So now our senses are engaged for sense gratification, is we are trying to satisfy our own senses rather than senses of Krishna. But we should sarvopadi nirmuktam tatparatvena nirmalam Rashikesha Rashikena Sivanam Bhaktir Uchyate. So I must satisfy my senses. This is the contaminated stage of life. But when one comes to the understanding that I am not this body, I am a spirit soul, part and parcel of God. So my senses, spiritual senses, should be engaged in service of supreme spiritual being. That is wanted. So whole topic that will really bring up to this Jai Vijay, how this Prahlad Maharaj saw Krishna everywhere, even in the pillar. And then Hiranyakashipu struck that and Narsimha Bhagwan came. So Krishna is everywhere. We should be aware, like there were one father and son. They were going outside and father taught him that Krishna is everywhere. He's looking at us. Then he went to a farm field and he was cutting and he asked the son that, is anybody looking at, please tell me. He's stealing some grains or something from the farm. Then son was shouting, my father, somebody is looking. Who is looking? I don't see anybody. You said that Krishna is everywhere. He's looking at me. So why you are doing this? Krishna is seeing your every activity. So we should be also careful about our activity, what we are doing. And so practical application and saying theoretically, there is two different things. We may say Gyan and Vigyan. And that's what the Gyan and Vigyan that I will tell you about knowledge and the practical application. So we should apply all the practical teachings that has been given by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu or in Bhagavad Gita or Srila Prabhupada. We should apply in our life. And so Mukti, when we talk about it, I want to freedom from all this entanglement. Mukti hitva, Mukti means Anyatha Rupam, Swarupena Vyavastita. We should be staying on our Swarup. Our Jivara Swarupa, Krishna Nitya Das. Eternally, we are servant of Krishna. And so our original constitutional position is that we are eternal servant of Krishna. So as soon as we imply ourselves in the service of the Lord, immediately we become liberated. Immediately, there is no question of passing through some process. The very process to engage our senses, that is itself is bhakti, service of the Lord. Means we are liberated. Jivan Mukta. Jivan Mukta means while in this life we are here, we are liberated if we are engaging senses in the service of the Lord. We are Jivan. Service is the same, chanting the same thing. When we go to Krishna Lok, we engage in the same thing. So liberation is open for everyone. That's why he's samam, he's equal. Samam charantam. Krishna does not say that you come to me, you become liberated. No, he is open for everyone. He says, Sarva Dharman Parityajya Mamekam Shanam Bhaja. He speaks to everyone, not that he is speaking to only Arjun, but that is for everyone. This Bhagavad Gita, not that he is speaking to everyone. Bhagavad Gita is spoken not only for the Arjun. Arjun is just like the target, but it is spoken for everyone, for all the human beings. So one has to take advantage. Samam Charantam. He is equal, equanimity. This Bhagavad Gita is given some samatvam. Samatvam means equal. It's not partial, that you become just like sunshine. Sunshine is not partial. Here is the poor man, here is the low class man, here is a hog. I shall not distribute my shining there. No, sun is equal. Krishna is equal. So one has to take advantage of it. If you turn your face away, or if you are in a shade and you say, oh, sun is not here, it is your mistake. Sunshine is there open. Or you close your door or your eye, if you want to keep yourself in the airtight darkness, that is your business. Krishna is everywhere. Krishna is for everyone. Krishna is ready to accept you as soon as you surrender. There is no restriction. Samam charantam. Krishna says, Mami partha vyapasyetra yepi suya papa yoniya. This is 932. They make distinction that this is lower class, this is higher class. So Krishna says, even lower class, so-called lower class, it does not matter. If he takes to me, then he is also eligible to go. Come back to home, back to Godhead. So he is eternal time also. Everyone is going on within the time. Our time calculation is past, present, future. This is relative. The other days we were discussing this past, present, future is relative term. For a small insect, the past, present, and future is different. But from my past, present, and future, that is different for every living being. So relative term. So Brahma's past, present, and future is different from my past, present, and future. For millions and trillions of years, his 100 years. Krishna has no past, present, and future. Therefore, he is eternal. We have got past, present, and future because we changes this body. So now we have this body, but when we go to Krishna's law, then it is eternal body. Then for us also, there is no, means there is certain last day Krishna says, yeah, Asta Kalin Leela, and that is there, Asalin Leela. So there are time is there, but it does not affect, it does not dwindle. We don't go down, or we don't fall, or we don't die. So dwindling, that is for the human body. Then vanish, finish. There are 6 changes in the human body, in the universe, everyone. When they come for some time, they gradually become like young, they have byproduct, gradually they dwindle, they become very weak, and they die. So this is the cycle. So, but if you don't have this body, no more this body, you accept another body, and this body is finished. So history of this body, past, present, future, finished. You accept another body, again your past, present, future is finished. But Krishna has no past, present, or future. And his devotees also don't have that future, because he does not change his body. That is the difference between ourselves and Krishna. Nityo Nityanam Chetanas Chetanam Eko Bhavnavayo Vidadhati Kama. That he is Nitya, we are eternal also. Both are eternal. But he is the one who takes care of all the other subordinate eternals. So Krishna is saying that I spoke the same science to sun god. That was quite much past. But he is again giving, and Arjun did not believe it. But he then gave up that I have no past, present. I gave it. I was there at that time. Even you were there, but you could not understand. So Kunti is addressing Krishna as eternal. Many Mannetam Kalam. And because he is eternal, he is full controller. Kunti. I think by the behavior of Krishna, she could understand that Krishna is eternal. Krishna is the supreme controller. There is no beginning, there is no end. And that's what our soul is, no beginning, no end. And we want to go to that eternal place. That's where we could get proper peace. Bhoktaram Yagatapasam Sarvalokam Aishwaram Shuhadam Sarvabhutanam. He is a well-wisher of everybody. Shuhadam Sarvabhutanam. Yes, Gyatva Mam Shantim Vichati. One who knows that, he will become peaceful. If we one know, we are fearful in the material world. We will die. But if we say that, yes, Krishna is with me, then I will have eternal life, then we won't be fearful. He is there. Just like Prabhupada is giving the example. He was in a train, and then his son Prabhupada was there, and his father was there. And then train man jokingly just said, "Give me the ticket, otherwise get down." He says, "No, my father is there." Means he trusted that his father will protect us. And if we have full trust in Krishna, we don't fall down. We go higher up to all the way to Krishna Lok, even immediately. Not that it takes many, many lifetimes. It is dependent on our mentality. So, Vibhu is the supreme, the greatest. Vibhu, I would like to turn on the lights. So please. America has 200 years old. So 300 years ago, the land, but it was not developed. But because some superior living being entity from Europe came there, and so it is so much developed. The cause of the development is the superior energy. So everything, the inferior energy, there are so many vacant land lying. It's still just like in Africa, Australia, underdeveloped. Because the superior energy, the living entity has not touched it. As soon as the superior energy, living entity will touch it, the same land will develop. So many factories, houses, cities, roads, cars, everything. But these are all temporary. So therefore, the conclusion is that matter cannot develop out of itself. That is not possible. The superior energy must touch it. Then it will become active. There are so many machines. That is matter. Inferior energy. Unless operator comes to touch the machine, it will not act. First class motor car. So all these things. So Prabhupada is telling all this. Prabhupada gave a lecture. These are the experts from his lecture in Los Angeles in 1973. Brahma Samhita says, Andantarastha Parmanu Chayantarastham. They are studying now atoms. So many things are going on. Electron, proton. Because the Krishna is there, that is really science. So Krishna, so we have to science should tell that there is a spiritual world. Where is Krishna? That Krishna has done all these things. They take the credit to themselves. But nature, whose nature? They say it is nature. Or there was a big chunk. So many theories. But if we take to Krishna consciousness, if we take to Bhagavad Gita, Srimad Bhagavatam, everything is all there. He has no beginning, he has no end, and he is equal to everyone. Samam Charantam. Simply, we have to prepare ourselves to see Krishna, to understand Krishna. That is the business of Krishna consciousness. So I will end here. There were so many other things were there from Gita and Srimad Bhagavatam, but it will take more and more time. So I want to give some time for any questions, comments. Then we can discuss.
Hare Krishna Prabhu, thank you so much for a wonderful narration. Name Ruchi, Daya, Vaishnava, Seva are the more important things, and if you worship him with the love, and he will reciprocate. So these are the things I took, Prabhu, but there are so many things which you mentioned. But thank you so much, Prabhu, for a wonderful Krishna Bhagavatam Kada. Questions from the, I'm trying to see. Everybody raised hands. I don't see any raised hands. Please, devotees, if you have any questions, please go ahead and unmute yourself and ask your question or realizations, please.
Kumar Prabhu, and I see his name.
Hare Krishna.
Kumar Prabhu?
Yes, Hare Krishna. Dandavat pranams, Prabhu. Prabhu, one question from today's class, Prabhu. On the relations you talk we should not look at the relations as for our own pleasure, but it's all Krishna given. My question, Prabhu, if the relations become not favorable for bhakti, I see the challenges in two planes, Prabhu, two dimensions. One, the day-to-day sadhana is training, which is understandable, which I am trying to somehow accommodate and adjust. But the bigger challenge that I see is somehow the purpose of life itself. There is a huge gap in terms of how a devotee looks at life versus someone who is not interested in devotion looks at life. So that gap seems to be very, very difficult to fill up, Prabhu. That's more than trying to adjust the day-to-day difficulties of sadhana, trying to adjust. So I would like to hear from your wisdom, from your experience, Prabhu, as to what best we can do, not helping the revenge attitude or the anger or frustration. How can we subside that and still see them as part of Krishna given, Prabhu? That's where I see challenges.
Because we have been in the material world for a long time, and we have developed certain ill for somebody relationship is bad, we have stolen somebody's thing. So sometime wife, father, mother, anybody, they may be our enemies, but we have to tolerate. The tolerate means it. We have done something, just like two friends are went outside another country to earn money, but one friend, when they collect some money and then he kills another person, poisons the food and then kills, then he comes and shows, but then he comes again as his own son, and then he spends say 600,000 rupees or dollars, then he spends that much on his treatment. Then he says one day that I was your partner, you took so much money, now I got it back in form of my treatment, now I'm going. Just like Chitraketu Maharaj had a son, although there was nothing, but by the mercy of Parvat Muni, and he got a son, Dukh, Shokharsh. So he was very happy, but within 5 year time, then he has left and he became so much morose. You may say, how then he had a son, now he was poisoned by his wives or king's wives. How come it is? But then he says that I have many fathers, many parents. So all these things we should see that it is all ephemeral. Somehow I have done something wrong. If you could become so much Krishna conscious, then you will be able to tolerate. But if we see, I know that you say that there is a big gap. So one should be careful in the beginning, but even with the most careful, these things will happen, because this is a material world. This is not a spiritual world. So we should try and be not aloof or something, but just conduct to your way that and try to pray to Krishna that our partner or whoever is creating that gap, that Krishna fulfills that. And by Krishna's mercy, everything could happen. But that much tolerance has to be there. That much you have to spend the time and praying to Krishna and becoming more, keeping atmosphere, surcharge with Krishna consciousness, going to the temple, taking the person who is creating the gap to the temple. If it does not, no interest, going to interest, but you keep your sadhana. That cannot be, like I'm just telling you, Prabhupada's sister, Pishima, and her husband was a fish eater, Bengali man, and I met Pishima and stayed with her almost for a week almost, when I was in Mayapur, and she said that I cook myself separately and offer to Krishna. She's also a disciple of Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Maharaj, like Prabhupada's son. Not only real sister, but God's sister also. And she said, my husband, he is a meat eater, so I cook for him, and then I have separate pot for Krishna. So that much dedication has to be there. Then things could. Then ultimately, this relationship is temporary. Krishna does not allow that one should divorce his wife or husband or anyone, because that is given to you, that is arranged by Krishna, by our nature according to your previous karma. So these things are fixed. Wife, children, education, wealth, when to born, when to die, these things are fixed by destiny. But we think that I can change my destiny. But you can't change your destiny. Krishna is Bhagya Vidhata, not we. We have to just go according to the flow of what is happening according to the nature. But if we add up Krishna consciousness, these things would happen very quickly, change. Just like Jagai and Madhai, where so much demanding. They took to Krishna's instruction. Although they were Jai Vijay, even if they were not Jai Vijay, if they would have taken shelter of Krishna, then things would change immediately. So you have to try to bring Krishna in the middle, in the center, not your problems in the center. Trying to fill up the gap. You would not be able to fill up the gap. Gap in, unless Krishna is there. Material things will keep materially. It won't come spiritual. It won't become spiritualized. But spirituality, you spiritualize by your effort and put Krishna in the center, then everything would be spiritualized. You will become Jivan Mukta. So that is my advice. Means that happen. It is not easy. What question that you are asking is not easy. But what can be done? You say that another person, another partner, it's so much gap. Then pray to Krishna. Pray that, give prasad, take to temple, bring some devotees at home, and let that atmosphere become. So bring as many devotees, like people who are nice, and if they see that nice relationship between other family members, other devotee family members, how nice it is. So you may say that, oh, some devotee also do that, and they also have problem. There is same divorce rate in the devotee family. That is there because everybody is not mature to that level, to that extent. We have to become more and more mature, more and more serious, and then things will change. But anyway, just like Chitraketu's son, he says, I had so many fathers, so many mothers, so many, which time you are talking about. So this time would pass away. Somebody is disabled, invalid, and you tolerate, like somebody is paralyzed, but you tolerate and go on with your life. Whatever time period is left over. And same thing with whatever time period is left over. But things can be filled up by Krishna consciousness. That is the beauty. If you become more Krishna conscious, then it will have the result. If you chant, then atmosphere would purify. So rather than giving it up, that won't be the answer. Like some people, they kill themselves. But is that the end of the suffering? Oh, I can't tolerate. I cannot take it. Let me die. But then they will suffer more even because of the sinful activity. So that has to be curbed. And the same desire, let me take divorce. Devotees do get divorce, but it does not serve, or it is in Krishna's hand. If you are praying and Krishna sees that that would be the answer. But Prabhupada never mentioned it. He stopped getting marriage of the devotees. He was marrying and then see that people are taking so much divorce. So he stopped marrying them. Before, he was the one who was selecting wife and husband, and they will accept that. Just Bhurijan Prabhu and Mother Jagadhatri, they are still together. There was so much difference. So what I am saying, that the differences may be there, but if you become yourself fully Krishna conscious, then you can change the heart of it, not by material means. Means buying whatever somebody is desiring, it you fulfill. It may work for temporary, but again the thing will happen the same. Okay. So you may have some question on top of the question, or your comments you may have. I mean, I'm not saying that I am perfect, and but whatever that I learned, I'm just giving you the answer.
Yes. Thank you so much, Prabhuji. This is very helpful, Prabhu. I made a note of your answer. I'm getting your advice. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Thank you so much. Very wonderful, Prabhu. Practical application. Thank you. I see another one more raised hand. Oh, I think it was gone now. Oh yeah, I see Sindhu Rao, Mataji. Please, Mataji, go ahead.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Very beautiful class, very valid points, and the answer you gave to Shiv Kumar Prabhu, it's so practical. It is for all of us. It is not just for Shiv Kumar Prabhu, right? I just had one quick question, Prabhu, regarding the sadhana bhakti that we do, right? Sometimes it is in waves. Sometimes it is at a peak, right? Krishna's mercy is the same. I understand that. But for us to conceive that, sometimes it is so high, and sometimes, at least I feel I'm bereft of that bhakti, or I don't see it, or I feel some fault. I don't feel the presence of Krishna, I feel. But sometimes I feel, yes, he's there. He's right next to me, right? So how do we constantly maintain that? I know maybe I'm doing some aparad. I keep thinking, what is that aparad? Or what is that I did? But it is very difficult sometimes to correct that and come back. It takes a long time for me to come back to the same position.
Because we still have so much material attachments, and that's why while chanting so many things come up. If you just give me 1 minute, my power is getting very low. I have to connect it with the card. Just it will take me just half a minute. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Sorry for but now I'm connected. So because I'm in a small village in a very remote part, and so there is not really good
No worries.
Wi-Fi or some connection. But anyway, we can go on. So what you are saying, that sometimes low, sometimes high, sometimes you're nice devotee. But that happens in many devotees family, many devotees in person. Sometimes your day, according to your food, according to your association, according to your thoughts, according to the mode you are in, it will happen. But if you become more and more Krishna conscious, then these up and downs will go away. But it will take time, 1 lifetime, 2 lifetime. So if you keep your association good, you don't have too many desires to materially advance or enjoy the senses, then gradually it will up and down would not come. But it takes time, patience, nishya, dhairya, tat karma, pravartanat. So utsahat, nishya, dhairya. We become enthusiastic. Sometimes we don't feel like going to Mangal Arti. Why to wake up, taking shower, or all this. Let me sleep more. These modes are working on us, and it is according to our tendency, our karma, association, the food you take, the literature that you read, the videos or TVs that you see. There are many factors.
Okay. Yeah, I keep thinking there must be some time it will become constant, right? That fluctuation has to become constant. But you think you're in a good path and suddenly you fall down all of a sudden. And it takes a lot of time to reach back. You know, you have to do a lot of things to come back. And that again is not constant. Again, you fall down. Again, you come back up.
But one day, just like a child, he tries to walk or stand up, he falls down, again falls down. But gradually, then he stands and he starts walking, he starts running. So those
Prabhu, you are muted, Prabhu. We cannot hear you now.
calls. Maharajji, I call you in few minutes. I am on a conference call. I will call you in just 5 minutes, okay? I will call you in 5 minutes. I am coming there on 13th evening, okay? Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Yeah, we can hear you. Yeah, we are here. We can hear you, Prabhu.
Yes, thank you, Prabhu. Thank
Hello.
you, answer.
Yeah, we can hear you, Prabhu.
Okay,
We can,
okay.
can hear you. Thank you, Prabhu.
Prabhu. Thank you.
Dear devotees, any more
That's a very good
questions?
question. That is in everybody's life. It is like that, up and down. It is in everybody's life.
Okay.
So, but we have to be patient.
Okay. Thank you very much, Prabhu. Thank you so much.
Okay.
Thank you.
So, any other?
I don't see any chat
Hare
message.
Krishna Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranama, Shri Srila Prabhupada.
Oh, Hare Krishna
Thank you so
Mataji.
much, Prabhuji. Very, very wonderful class. Very nice question answers, Prabhuji. Thank you so much. In spite of you are somewhere in village, you came here and gave us a class. Thank you so much, Prabhuji.
Thank you, Mataji. Thank you for giving me opportunity to speak some words about Krishna and his equanimity to all the living beings, because we are all his children. We see differently because of our defect. Like we may see that, oh, sun is not there, and we may close our door, but sun is there. We have to open, we have to do some activity. We are living being, so we have to become active and do our part also. To be attached, to open the door, go on the outside, see the sun. So see Krishna in everywhere. He is everywhere. So we are closing our own eye and shutting off ourselves. Hello.
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much, Prabhu.
Okay. Oh, Hare Krishna.
Okay. Hare Krishna. Dear devotees, if you don't have any questions, we can offer up our obeisances to Prabhuji. Vancha kalpataru.
Vancha kalpatarupyaksha sindubhya cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha.
Support Vaishnav Vrind ki jai.
Jai.
Grandhara Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki
Jai.
jai. His Grace Samik Rishi
Jai.
Prabhu ki jai. Hare Krishna.
Jai.
Hare Krishna.
Hare
Thank you for
Krishna.
class, Prabhuji.
Hari bol.
Hare Bol.
Gauranga.
For your association.
Nityananda.
Hare
Nityananda.
Yeah, so Kartik
Hari
month,
Hari bol.
Kartik month is there, so we should be very careful about the Kartik month. More we hear,
Sharat
more we
Purnama ki
chant,
jai.
more we go.
Jai,
Yeah.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yes, Prabhuji. Thank you
Hare
for
Krishna.
Jai.
Thank
Hare
you.
Krishna
Thank you so
Prabhuji.
much.
and the
Hare
encouragement.
Krishna.
Thank you.
ki jai, Guru Maharaj.
Jai. Jai.
Jai.
Yes.
Thank you so much, dear devotees. Thank you so much,
Thank you.
Prabhuji.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank
Prabhuji,
you.
for being with us. Thank you.
Hare, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna.
Dandavats.
Hare
So I
Krishna.
did not,
Hare Krishna.
yeah, I did not know
Please,
that you are there, but thank you so much. Nice to see everyone. Everyone.
Hari bol. Hari bol.
Hare Bol.
Happy Kartik month.
Thank you,
to
Prabhu.
everyone.
Thank you to you, Prabhu.
Bless you,
So,
Prabhu. Bless us,
Thank you
Prabhuji,
for
so that
that.
we can do the properly the devotional service, like chanting and doing all the things. Please
so
bless
to
us.
Prabhuji, bless us. Please bless us, Prabhuji. So
Please
to
bless us,
our
Prabhuji.
bhajan.
Yes,
Yes.
Prabhuji, please
Pray for
bless
me
us.
also that
You can follow
I don't deviate
Kartik.
my path and become more.
Our bhajan can be stronger, Prabhu. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Jai Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Gaura Bhakta.
Jai.
Jai Shri Prabhupada.
Jai.
Srila Prabhupada. Thank you, Prabhuji.